That voice in your head doesn't fade just because the person is gone. It keeps talking when the room is quiet. It reminds you of every time you were told you were too much or not enough or wrong again. I know that voice. I've lived with it. I've replayed their words so many times it felt like my mind was stuck on repeat and I couldn't reach the stop button. But here's the truth no one ever tells you. Toxic people don't fear your anger. They don't fear your tears. They don't even fear you standing up for yourself. What actually scares them is this: when you stop being predictable. The moment you no longer play the role they wrote for you, their control starts to fall apart. Their script stops working, and that's when panic sets in. Today, I'm going to show you 6 quiet behaviors that do exactly that. No fighting, no drama, no explanations. And behavior number 3 is so subtle, so invisible, they won't even know what happened. They'll just feel something shift. Suddenly, they'll feel smaller around you, weaker, less in control. Let's start. 1. Become someone who forgets their drama exists. Most people remember everything. Every insult, every cold comment, every moment that hurts. They carry it around like a heavy bag they never put down. Toxic people depend on this. They expect you to replay what they said. They expect you to still be thinking about it days later. But imagine being someone who truly forgets. Not pretending, not suppressing it, actually forgetting. They say something cruel on Monday. By Wednesday, it's gone. Your mind didn't save it. No emotional file, no replay. When they bring it up again, trying to reopen the wound, you're genuinely confused. Wait, what are you talking about? That moment breaks their logic, because their power only works if you remember, if you carry the pain, if their words live in your head. When they don't, they're powerless. It's like trying to scare someone who doesn't believe in ghosts. The ghost can scream all at once. Nothing happens. Here's how they usually operate. They say something hurtful, then they wait. They watch you closely. Are you quieter? Are you distant? Do you seem affected? Those are the signs they look for, proof they got inside. But when you forget, those signs never appear. You're the same, calm, normal, unbothered. They'll test you, make comments, bring it up again, and there's nothing there. To become this person, stop replaying conversations. Notice what was said, then release it, like letting go of a balloon and watching it disappear. Your mind has better things to hold, real things, good things. When they realize they left no mark, they feel invisible, and that's terrifying to them.
2. Become someone whose silence feels like judgment. Toxic people talk constantly. They explain, they are to blame, they justify. They expect you to jump in, to argue, to defend yourself. Stop doing that. Not with angry silence, not with cold distance, with a calm presence. When they complain, you don't agree or disagree, you just listen. Then you say something simple. I see. And nothing more. Your silence becomes a mirror, and they don't like what they see reflected back, because without your reaction, they hear themselves. They notice how dramatic they sound, how unreasonable. Their mind starts racing. Why aren't they responding? Do they see through me? Yes, you do. Silence isn't awkward, it's powerful. When someone says something toxic and you don't rush to fill the space, their words just sit there, heavy, uncomfortable. They can't undo them. They can't explain them away. They'll try harder, say louder things, more shocking things. And you stay calm, observing, like someone watching a tantrum without joining it. Eventually, they stop, because performing for an empty room is exhausting. Be the empty room. 3. Exist without needing their version of reality. This one destroys control quietly. Toxic people need you to believe their story. They need you to see them as the victim. They need their version to be the truth. Their entire identity depends on it. What happens when you don't argue, but you also don't absorb it? They say everyone at work hates them. You think, maybe, maybe not. Doesn't change your day. They say their ex ruined their life. That's their story, not yours to carry. They say no one understands them. Okay. You're not cruel, you're not dismissive. You just don't live inside their narrative anymore, and that terrifies them. Because if you're not in their reality, they can't control how you see them. They can't manage your perception. You're free, and your freedom exposes their cage. Listen when they speak, nod if you want, but don't let it shape your world. Their crisis isn't yours. Their enemy isn't yours. Their truth isn't yours. Your reality is calm, and people can't control you from a story you don't believe. 4. Become someone whose happiness doesn't depend on them. Toxic people need to be needed. They want to be your source of validation, your emotional center, your missing piece. What destroys that? Being genuinely happy without them. Not fake happiness, real contentment. You enjoy your day. You laugh without them. You feel okay being alone. You have things that excite you that don't involve them at all. This breaks their system because they were counting on you feeling incomplete. When you're already full, they have nothing to offer. So build a life that feeds you. Small joys, daily routines, people who feel easy. Fill yourself from the inside. When they see you okay without them, the power flips. They start wondering. They start chasing because they no longer matter to your happiness, and that scares them.
5. Become someone who doesn't flinch. Toxic people test limits. They were shock, they provoke, they watch for the reaction, the flinch, the emotional hit. Stop giving it. Not because you're cold, because you're experienced. You've heard worse. You've seen enough. Your face stays calm. Your energy is steady. They push harder. You remain unmoved, like someone trying to scare you with a plastic spider when you've handled real ones. Eventually, they realize this person can't be shaken. People fear what they can't rattle. Be grounded. Be solid. 6. Become someone who improves after they leave. This is the final blow. They expect you to fall apart, to miss them, to regret losing them. Don't. When they leave, your life gets lighter. You sleep better. You breathe easier. And you don't hide it. Not by showing off, just by living well. They notice, through mutual friends, through quiet observation. You're happier. You're growing. You're moving forward. This destroys their identity because they believed they were essential. And now the story is clear. Your life improved after they left. That's when real fear hits because they realized they weren't the main character, just a chapter. Pick one behavior, try it this week, then stack another. Soon you won't just escape toxic people, you'll become someone they instinctively avoid. Calm, unmoved, free. And that's the person they fear most.